with whether or not where it was coming from or anything like that. Like, that was one of the major things I saw that he made. The mistake that he made early on was that he said out of his mouth, I didn't check where the money was coming from. I didn't even care. Once they said they had the money, of course, I thought it was a little funny that they had the money, but once I saw it, it was like, I ain't never seen that before. I'm out of here. I'm going to take this money and do what I got to do.
Niggas.
Yeah, it's even the boy, the one coach, I don't know. I still don't know how he got away. Yeah, Will Wade.
I mean, that's true. This is just racism.
I was like he's real loud. Like even the call they played, I'm like,
it's on
whoa.
tape. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Actually, let me stop. It's just I want to fix this, and you guys can tell me if you guys are getting with this. I have this habit, and I think a lot of us have this habit too, to say racism because it is racism, and that's fine. That's not what I'm trying to say. But it's all this stuff it's just basically that's too general a statement. It's deeper than that.
It's like is it privilege?
But it's given that it's racism that starts this thing that they're right.
Okay.
But deeper than that, it's like, what is it that allows Wade to be recorded saying the things he said and then be able to record again on national television to nationally broadcast him saying the complete opposite when we know it's a complete fucking lie and no one's throwing shit at him from the stands? You know what I'm saying? Why? When are we gonna see? How long is it before we see one of these these journalists just like lose their mind? Like, bitch, stop lying to me and throw their fucking notepad at the nigga.
Well, what I'm saying is like he's backed by the SEC though.
Right.
So he's there's somebody. Like in his corner, like, no, I just go say this, we'll take care of it. I always look at the big, who else is behind them.
At what point does the exposure and our access to the true information, like, we've seen some changes because of that, right? But when do we, like, how far is it going to go before it becomes that's just not available of an option? That you can't just go say the opposite of what actually happened. Well, do you ever think we'll get to that point?
I do, because they're losing money. We see what LaMelo just did. We see the move LaMelo just made. So we're seeing these kids one and done and get on out of there faster than ever.
So you think NCAA going to college even going to matter in the 2020s?
I think it's going to matter less and less. I mean, for sure, less and less.
Do you think the NBA should allow to come straight out of high school?
Nah. You gotta be a year removed. I like that. I like the year removed.
Like the year removed?
Yeah,
I do think. I think they should. I think you should go out straight out of high school, but you gotta do a year in the G League though.
Okay.
I was just about to say that.
That's the same thing. I feel like though. G League or overseas. I just don't want to restrict it to G League.
But let them get paid. Let them get paid by the NBA. Let that be an opportunity too. Mm-hmm. I don't think I agree with you. Don't restrict it because don't restrict them to play into the G League, and then because that takes away from the G League as well. Because what happens, you want the great athletes to compete in the G League, but think about the guys that are 29, 28. You're taking away their opportunities and spots in the G League for people that are not going to be in the G League. They don't even need to many times to be there. Yeah. So leave that space for the Matt Maloneys and the guys that we need, to get their second chance. What's my guy with the gray hair that came back?
Ingram. Yeah,
like dog. I mean,
he a G League legend.
All that shit just makes your heart warm, man. If you're a real basketball fan, we need that. So that's
you're right.
I don't want to send the young kids and force them to go to the G League, but
right.
Hey, I figure out a way to get them paid, man. Like as soon as they can get paid, man, let them get paid.
As you say, at the end of the day, it's no point in. Because even now, like we able to see these highlight tapes of some of these cats, and they like 13, 14, and it's like, oh, this dude, he 6'1", he balling right now, like Zion.
Y'all seen that movie?
I want to talk about this too. Go ahead, real quick.
You seen that movie Amateur on Netflix, y'all?
No, not yet.
You gotta check it out because it's about this. It's about the idea of a kid going to a prep school, transferring some schools, and basically just about the idea of amateurism and how it affects the kids and what they're doing at their stage to go to school, the things they sacrifice, the things they're willing to backstab, the lies, all that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
sounds interesting.
It's pretty good. It's the main character is Tariq from Power. Perfect role for him. Knocks it down.
Okay. It's a movie. Gotcha.
It's a movie, but it's a Netflix movie. It's cool.
Tariq.
And at the end they present spoiler. They present
spoiler.
They talk about this idea, this concept that we're talking about, how kids could be compensated.
Right. And since we talking about college, I just thought about it. Since we talking about college basketball, they just was it ESPN that just did a list of the greatest college basketball player of all time, and they gave it to Michael Jordan, or it was like the fans vote or something like that. That was crazy.
I didn't look. They voted for Michael Jordan as the greatest college basketball player.
Yep.
In 3 seasons.
He's not better than Breonna Stewart.
What are the rules?
See, I think they messed up when they let I think they messed up when they let the fans vote. Because I'm like,
where's Taurasi?
I was like, I mean, by far as in men's basketball, by far, Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest college basketball player.
Yeah, like, what are we going to talk about? How can we do this? How could they do that?
I was like, huh? Like
Kemba Walker.
Yeah, like even Zion. I think Zion was probably the last player, or at least to really bring excitement to the NCAA, like on some like box office.
But what was that about Kemba?
You said Kemba. Was you saying Kemba?
No, I said Kemba, but I'm looking at Tweeze. We don't like Kemba.
No. I made that face because of just thinking about how he's not even included in these things.
Oh, okay. I was getting ready to say, bro, he went crazy in college.
Yeah, he did nutso things in college.
Yeah.
I think about like, then it's like you'd have to have a different category for one and dones.
Melo, you can put Melo on that list.
Yeah, that's one of the best one and dones ever.
Melo's definitely, of course. Then you got
Kevin
KD,
Durant went crazy.
Mike Beasley.
They was one at it. Even would you throw Andrew Wiggins and Jabari Parker in there on the college level at least?
One and dones.
Yeah.
Wiggins.
Nah, I don't know about Jabari. College. I like Jabari's a little better than Wiggins, I think.
For real? I think Wiggins is more like, oh shit, he might be the GOAT.
And then I think I want to say that Calipari, he had that run where he had Derrick Rose one year, then he had John Wall the next, then he had Tyreek Evans. Like he just was funneling.
I think college. I think
point guards.
What that did to me though, I think that did two things. It made me feel like, damn, Calipari is a great recruiter, and then also Calipari is pretty showing me that most college suck.
Showing you what?
Most college coaches suck.
Oh yeah. Well, they just suck at recruiting. I mean, because if you get the best talent, is it really about being a good coach?
See, but that's what I'm saying. You get the best talent and you don't win all the time, and you suck.
Calipari doesn't.
But he had that one squad. That 1 year, he had like 10 first-round picks.
And lost.
And he lost.
Second round.
I still think about that Derrick Rose. That Derrick Rose team to me, all that says to me is he sucks. Was it D Rose? Come on, tell me if I'm crazy. Is it not D Rose and who was on that team?
That was back in Memphis. It was like D Rose. Was it Dorsey?
Roberts. It was Roberts.
What's my man name? Oh my God.
Not Kid Gilchrist. Douglas Roberts.
Douglas Roberts.
Yeah.
CDR. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Right there. And they lose to Mario Chalmers?
No, that wasn't but that season though, team, Mario Chalmers, remember he hit that game winning was it the championship or the Final Four?
Yeah, Mario Chalmers, that game got him drafted.
Yeah, I know, but that's my thing. I think that was like one of those things where it's like I felt that was one of the things where I was like, damn, you can get defeated by solid players and good coaching even if you got talented rosters from top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Michigan when they lost to North Carolina with Chris Webber hit the timeout.
Tough. You know what championship I remember crazy? 05.
Who was that?
Sean May.
Oh man,
North Carolina. Okay.
And I was looking for him. I was like, oh, he can probably be good in the NBA. That was the first time I was like, damn, niggas really suck when they go to the league.
That's because college sucks. That's because college basketball sucks. I mean, of course, I'm talking from the mind state of saying we didn't know that they're all great, the people that play Division I basketball players. Let me let that be said, just out of respect for someone knowing so many Division I basketball.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, they know what we talking about.
What I mean, thank you, just to clarify, so I don't want to hear that shit.
They know what we talking about, man.
You guys
get in the comments.
Missed layups.
Get in the comments, man.
Bad free throw shooters.
Can't shoot a jump shot.
Can't shoot jump shots.
Can't shoot free throws.
All right. And then the people that can, they play 7 games and get suspended on purpose and wait for their chance to go to the draft.
Kyrie,
right.
I'm injured.
I remember them.
They don't know their team.
Remember the ACC was real crazy back in the day with Maryland with Juan Dixon and Steve Blake and Duke with Jay Williams and
Florida
Chris
State.
Duhon and
Florida State.
Wake Forest with Chris Bosh and
Miami.
Oh, you mean the beginning of missed free throws? As in, like, that was like the beginning.
No. Chris Bosh was at Georgia Tech. My fault. I'm thinking about
Jay Williams is the first time. Like, okay, player of the year in college basketball is actually like prone to miss big shots and have failures in big moments.
Who was the player of the year? Like, it was some. Wasn't Frank Mason player of the year one year or something like that?
Can't tell that to
Frank Mason.
Of course, there's probably good player of the years, but I'm making that. That was Jay Williams the year. Then I was like, wait a minute, Jay Williams, how could you do that? You're the player. How could you?
Yeah,
not?
he hurt his leg. He had I think that was a good era of college basketball in my opinion.
JJ.
It was fun. It was great.
Yeah, JJ Redick and Luol Deng.
Juan Dixon.
Yeah, Juan Dixon and Lonnie Baxter. You had remember the Ohio State team with Mike Conley, Greg Oden.
Wow. Greg Oden fooled the world when he played like a man-child with one arm. In the championship and all
niggas
that.
Niggas forgot he was hurt in college. This man been hurt his whole life.
I just would have never drafted him, bro. I was literally about to say that. Like, I would have never done it. There's nothing you could have told me. I knew he was hurt. Like,
no, the league was still dumb at the time. They still made a big deal about KD not being on the bench press 135. Like, the ball didn't bother me. Not 135.
And they were still in that whole. You need a big man. You need a big man. You need a big man.
Yeah,
that's so crazy, bro.
It was still the area. Just like what my man say. Hey, it's just like the NBA in 03. I was focused on the post stuff. That's it. It was tripping. It was throwing the ball into the paint.
That shit is crazy.
That was real.
Bro. This nigga is a 6'11", at the time probably 6'10", just killing it. Like, nobody can guard him. Nobody guarded this guy. Like,
yeah, they're assholes. Whoever, I know they all feel like assholes. Everybody who said, let's go with Gio. They're like, oh.
KD was number 3 in the draft?
2.
Okay.
Is Beasley 3?
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna pan out a little better than what he did, honestly.
Bees?
Michael Beasley, yeah.
Kansas State told me everything I needed to know.
Oh, how? He was a doggy.
Yeah, but look at where he was dogging. Like
24 and 14, 24.
It's all about comp.
It wasn't a talent.
The Big 12 wasn't what
I would normally agree with you, but I disagree this time because Mike Beasley is still not a talent thing. I mean, even in his NBA career, the reason he's still playing right now or still able to get on the team is because he is still able to do whatever he wants. This is mentally. He has issues in the NBA. And then who goes to rehab for weed?
Yeah, because Michael Beasley can give you a bucket for sure.
It's something he can or cannot give you a bucket. I'm just saying, like, I was never impressed initially in college because of where he went.
I see what you're saying. You think he should have went to a bigger school or something?
I still would have liked to see him go to more of a basketball school. And
I still remember him showing flashes though early, like when he was
with Miami. I remember.
Yeah, that. I think that was amazing. He had a chance to get to. I think mentally he just didn't break into that place.
Right, like but see, it's hard going to Miami now that you know like the regiment they are on. Like,
you know Pat Riley, he don't play that.
Yeah, he's on some Nazi shit.
I don't think it was ever a skill thing with him though. It's kind of like it would be like Ty Lawson. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he
yeah.
The way his reason for not being who he should be is
OJ Mayo.
Damn. Damn, that hurts. OJ Mayo hurts.
And see, but OJ Mayo falls into another category of issued ball players. Gilbert Arenas was talking about this on his podcast that he spoke on.
Oh, what'd he say? He
spoke on the problem that we have in the NBA with people holding their kids back. So
yeah.
He ran through the whole list of like all the All-Americans, and like he was going through like all the All-Americans. He would read the top 100, and it would be like 5 people that are all-stars in their NBA careers, and they're never. And it's like very rarely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 30, 13. It's like,
then
you know what I'm saying?
What's his name? Stay back a year.
And the staybacks suck.
What's his name? Over and over again. He stayed. I think he stayed back to reclassify.
We're talking about
Bagley.
Yeah, he mentioned Bagley too. He's like, yeah, cool. He's gonna look like a dog because he's a man and they're kids. And then he goes to the league and he's stuck at 15-7 for 7 years. About him. Whereas though Zion was always playing up and above. So by nature, he got to the league. Yes, you saw him in preseason and he was getting blocked and he had to adjust. But he's trained to adjust because he's always playing up.
Yeah,
you don't adjust when you're playing below, and that made perfect sense to me.
Right.
And when they said that about OJ Mayo, it made perfect sense. OJ Mayo had always been like significantly better than everyone in his class and everyone he was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't even his class. So then he was always playing above. So boop, 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 boop. Then he goes to the NBA and he doesn't know how to adjust because he doesn't know how to not be the best.
What?
Yeah, I think he was confused. I didn't know if he wanted to be a point guard, a shooting guard, or what. And I think Mike Conley kind of came like a year or two after Mike Conley, I think.
Yeah. And he could do it. It wasn't a skill thing. It was like he didn't know what to do to get better.
I like OJ though. He just
OJ. I think once he kind of found his role, he was like, okay, I'm a bucket getter. This is my role, and I think he flourished well in that.
Reaching for explanations, though, it's like it makes sense though in the concept of why do you get yourself banned from the league doing substances?
Mm-hmm. Remember, it took JJ Redick a couple years to get adjusted. It took JJ Redick like a good 3-4 years to really kind of get into it.
This is true.
Yeah,
and he played 3 years in college.
But I would like to know this. I would look into this about JJ Redick and also reclassification in age too. I wouldn't be surprised if JJ wasn't older than his competition all of his life as well. I wouldn't be surprised by that.
Nah, niggas be doing that for sure. They definitely be doing that. Oh, he's good. Let's just hold him back and make him the man. And
it's some new thing.
Did Ayton reclassify?
Yes, he mentioned that too. DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, he reclassified?
Yeah, it's crazy. The people that he mentioned, it's crazy. He said the only person that's an all-star, I do remember this part, that reclassified in the last 10 years is Derrick Rose. And he's the only one that reclassified not by choice. He reclassified for grades.
That's what I'm about to say. I said it's probably something with grades. It
was a scholastic thing. It was an academic thing. So it wasn't like, oh, I want to play with the boys. It was I have to play with the boys. You know what I'm saying?
I'm dead over here, bro.
So you know what I'm saying? Gilbert's one of those guys who's like super 50-50. Like sometimes he says things I'm like, Gil, shut the fuck up. And then sometimes you're like, wait a minute, Gil. That makes sense.
He's making sense.
Gil be right about a lot of stuff. Just even I remember he broke down Alonzo Ball's jump shot, and I was like,
What'd he say about it?
He basically how he got to carry it to the right, and why he can't get his shot off at certain spots on the floor,
right?
Certain stuff like that. And then when he first came to the league, everybody like, why don't he shoot? But I'm like, the way he shoots, he's going to get the ball stripped every time.
There's no room. He can't shoot. But he adjusted, and that's another thing. Look, but Lonzo is a perfect example of this whole theory, though. You know what I'm saying?
Adjust.
It took him time to adjust, but he adjusted in a way that I don't think that people are really underrating the ability to adjust.
Like, oh no, you need to. Do you know
how many people can we really think of looking back in the league that changed their jump shot? In
3 years
in. 3 years in, they changed their whole form to the point where he's infinitely more effective than he's ever been in his whole career.
Same with Markel.
Markel's that too. That's some new shit. But these are guys who were young and played up. These aren't reclassified. These guys, they got to figure it out. They always playing the older guys. That's why probably LaMelo is going to be the freakiest kid.
I think LaMelo going to cook.
What?
Yeah,
of course. Forgive
him and John. I think him and John and Zion, they going to run the league.
Yep.
As long as they don't drop it to the Knicks.
And Luka.
That's it.
Can't go to the Knicks.
Don't go to the Knicks. Whatever you can do not go to NY.
I'm gonna die in New York.
Well, you gonna like we said, forward. You gonna be playing. You gonna be playing. Don't be 6'7", 6'8".
He is
forward.
He is,
and they will make him a forward. Immediately, he'll be a forward.
Oh nah. But let's get back into some music stuff. We had a little quick discussion about producer placement. So how do you guys, I guess, get placements on that just producing and on working with certain guys in the industry, stuff like that? Like, what advice would you give for somebody coming up, engineering, producing? Like, what advice would you give them to kind of, I guess, rub the right shoulders or get their foot in the door?
You want to go ahead?
Oh, shit. First off, being homosexual will probably help your chances. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, first thing to do, is take advantage of the resources that, you have right now in 2020. So social media, beat stores, things of that nature, go ahead and take advantage of, some of the tools that you have now. And from there, obviously build a network of people you meet from the new platform you've just created. And that's how I've been seeing it work recently.
Now do you think because of course everybody wants to work with the biggest artists, the biggest records, but do you think it's best to kind of build your way from the ground up or try to just get where you can get in immediately? You see what I'm saying? I think a lot of people don't really understand that one producer that might be that guy now, like he been putting in work for like 10 years before that. You got a crazy catalog before that, or that whatever popping engineer at the moment, the industry just want to fuck with whoever it is. They've been mixing, mastering, holding their own city down for, like I said, years. Yeah. So like, I guess, like I said, just can we just talk about that for a second? Like that breakdown of like building a catalog and just building a presence of building the like I said, like a collection of work.
Well, I can start on saying that overall, I would say is you got to find a balance between pushing and placing. Two different things to me. The idea of pushing is being kind of free, being like that. This is my yes year, having that kind of approach, and saying like that shit you see on TV when people are like, my New Year's resolution is to say yes more. Yeah, say yes more. Get the beats out and let them go. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have beats out or put out, you are not a beat maker. You're not a producer. You have a hobby.
In your bedroom with it.
You have a hobby. You're in your bed. You're a hobbyist. So if you're not active, you're not active, right? But you don't want to, just throw all your shit and your creation everywhere. So as I said, you got to find that balance. But finding that balance is key. Yeah. Finding that balance is key. I think that's the first thing you should really try to send all your energy and vibes towards, getting that balance of pushing and placing.
Facts. And as far as, building a catalog with an artist like that's already established, and then just trying to get in where you fit in. The best thing to do really is like, everything I'm noticing now is like territorial, and it's been like that for a couple of years now, maybe like the last like 8 years, where like certain areas are popping. Like, Memphis had their run like 2 years ago. Toronto had their run like 5 years ago. Right. So one thing I noticed to do was to catch trends and to catch areas that are like coming.
Yeah, the hot spots. The hot spots,
right? Yeah. So, that was important for me to just find like a hot spot in a place that I knew I could, eat off of. Yeah.
And I think with your story, I mean, like I said, you a guy from San Diego. You came here to DC, Maryland, and kind of crafted your own. You crafted I could say like an empire. You feel me? Like you came and cracked the door. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like Tweeze, I know you've been putting in work for years. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people need to know what you've really done for the city too. You feel me? And then so I've been around for a while too. Just knowing people, just being outside, ripping and running around, and finally get my foot in the door as far as in the studio and stuff. So, but I think what I would advise people is just like you said, just find your push, find your niche, find where you fit in it. Because like I said, sometimes like I'm not a person that like we doing a podcast and we talking and stuff, but y'all know me personally, I don't really do too much talking. You know what I'm saying? I'm a laid back, quiet dude, chilling the cut.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But
Sniper Mique.
Yeah, but I know when to attack. I know when time to put you got to put the fit on. You got to put the fit on. Time to yeah. It's a time and a place. It's a time and a place. And you got to be that guy. Then you got to talk to people, meet people, and when you put yourself out there, you'll get good business. You'll get good work, and like I speak for myself here. Like I worked on some popular records, but I think you shouldn't try to chase the hit because you'll be chasing it forever.
Man, I think that was a bar right there. I think because the add to it is to let the shit be natural, man.
Yeah.
I think you'll find your own niche, and everybody has their own way of approaching and going about things. I think for me, I've found success in building relationships and basically going far and beyond and being dedicated to the music. And no one could call me no button presser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you're playing the music, I'm going to be involved, even if it's not my beat, even if it's not the song that's going to be used for me or anything like that. If I'm involved, I'm going to go my hardest to make the best, final product. And I think that translates, and everybody can feel that. You get what I'm saying? Everybody can catch that vibe when you're in the room. And I think that energy is what allows us to continue to build. Then the other thing is advice for the young producers and engineers. Calm the fuck down.
Your time is coming. You just gotta.
Your time is coming. Do not force it. Do not take these pictures. Do not not saying don't take no pictures, right? But don't be like over shouldering.
Yo, bro, what up, bro? I'm with the bro. We got something special cooking up. The whole time you ain't even do nothing in the session. You was just.
He doesn't even know you.
Yeah.
Just let it be natural. I'm telling you, trust. It's like
crazy.
And there's, like I said, everything comes with a balance. Because like I could take some advice and know that sometimes people will be like, bro, you need to say this, you need to show this, and this and the third. Like people, you know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of success has come from. People are ready to build or easy to build relationships with me because they know you can tell it's genuine and natural because I'm not it's me and you.
Yeah.
There's people I work with that's at certain places and plateaus, or that would put me in a certain place, or just by saying that, but that's not even important to me. All I feel is the music and the vibe that we had and the connection we had, and that's what I remember, and that's what I speak on. I never really.
Yeah. And I think too, another thing too, even with relationships, I feel like some producers, some engineers, they try to align themselves with these rappers that's so-called in the streets, and they lit, and they want to kind of be in this lifestyle,
right? And
then it's kind of like now you aligning yourself with certain dudes that you really don't know what they really do outside of music. And you putting yourself in a world that you're not even built
about.
Yeah, you're not prepared for that. So what you doing now? Now you popping perks and drinking lean too, bro? Like, what's up, man? Like, what's going on? You tough now? Like, what happened?
You on the street? You on the street when you really a curb nigga? You belong on the curb. You motivate on the sidewalk.
That's cool. I tell these niggas all the time.
I'm a sidewalk type nigga. I know street niggas. I live by the street and all that. I've been in there and everything, but I walk on the sidewalk.
Yeah, I tell these niggas all the time. I say, bro, I'm a teacher, bro. I do music, bro. My hands is clean.
I'm not a soldier. I'm an engineer.
Bro, leave me alone. Don't. I don't care about your street stories, bro. I don't care about them. I don't care what lick y'all hit, bro. I don't care.
Don't care. I keep all that. That's all far left and far right, and I live by the principle of, even back when I was doing I was teaching kids from the DCYRS, which is like the Youth Rehabilitation Services. So,
yeah,
they got ankle braces and stuff like that. I tell them, as soon as you walk past my little threshold right here, I don't want to hear nothing that don't got nothing to do with music. 8 notes, half notes. That's it. I don't want to hear nothing about none of that as soon as we get past this threshold. It's not even valid. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think we gotta keep that those as an engineer, producer, rapper. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep that separate from who you work with. Cause like I said, you can't control that. And plus, I'm pretty sure, all three of us, we work with dudes that's doing their thing, whatever, and that we get our money from that too. But
right. I'm not mad at their life. That's not my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep that shit out the studio, nigga.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing. Look, say we talking about somebody on the block or whatever. I'm not coming outside on the block while you active.
Bro, what?
Setting up
my
microphone.
They try to invite you to their hood. No, I'm not coming to your hood, bro. I'm good.
Send that shit, Mo.
Send it. So here's the thing. It's like, I try to say, there's another advice for the young producers coming up. I'm real passionate about this. Bro, it's not even a lane for you to win in. Please pay attention. You're not the star player in that league. In the league of what we're talking about, the character of the artist is the winner. It's not very much about what type of music is coming out. It's about the character of the music. So you, as a producer, are putting your heart and sweat into the music and thinking that if your beat is the best, or the best price or the best situation, and they really mess with you, that they're going to hold you down. They won't remember you and neither will the fans, because that's not the point. The point is the character. And if you are not hip to that right now and you're still tying yourself to characters, you're missing it. That's it. I'm done. I don't want to get into preaching and shit. I know
you want to get too deep.
I'm passionate about that.
He right though. He right.
Yeah.
For sure, right about that.
Yeah. I think that leads to you know what I'm saying, we had a social media moment today in the DMV scene. Let me ask you this: Did Wale put you on?
Yeah.
Did Wale look out for you?
Yeah. Crazy.
Is he the big homie? Did he put big homie moves for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about this whole conversation that quote unquote Wale doesn't put enough people on in the area? Or is it his job to do that?
All right,
go first.
Yeah, let me look, because I'm gonna go ahead and knock my shit short and sweet. You got this. You know. This all stems from one thing I know. It ain't nobody's business to teach you business. And that's it. That's all it stands for me. You know what I'm saying? So anything that anyone does for me in this business life at all, any kind of extension of any help, I'm grateful. That's what I'll say.
Facts. Nah, you're not obligated to do none of that shit for real. Especially because, like, which you had like a brother that helped him or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Like, what's the background? What's the connection? But it's this weird like ideology that goes on in this area.
And I feel like since you coming from from a whole different space, is your view a little more? I think me and Tweeze, we kind of grew up in it a little bit, so like your view may be a little. The reason why I'm asking that, so that way I think you can give a even more.
It's
expound on it. You know what I mean?
Bruh, it's only here. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen, bro. Like, for real, like, niggas will really, like, fuck that nigga. He about to make it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on the way, like. But, nah, like, niggas out here, bro, it's weird. It's like there's a There's definitely like I should have what he has mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't grow up on the exact same street that I grew up on, you're a bitch. No, because my experiences were my experiences. I saw the DC sniper. You didn't see him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I went to Dunbar. You know what I'm saying? These are places. This is where I went. What?
Yeah.
What? I fuck UDC bitches. What? You not there? You know what the fuck are y'all niggas talking about? Like, so that's just
then half these dudes that's talking, and most of these dudes talking to them, they don't. I think the thing that kind of irritates me the most is that, you know, just like growing up being out here, especially in the rap scene, y'all dudes don't be nowhere. Y'all don't be nowhere. You just be on your neighborhood. That's it. You don't go to no open mics. You don't go to the club to, talk to the DJ. You don't, link up with the radio people. You don't even build. You jump from engineer to engineer to engineer to engineer. You jump from producer. I'm like, it's like people are looking, like you said earlier, people are looking for that person to put their arm around their shoulder and be like, oh, this the bro. They're looking for that cosign.
This nigga tight. This is the guy.
Yeah. They're looking for that. And I'm like, but that, I mean, like,
nigga.
If anybody that happens to that came from them getting out the mud. Like, I remember when Trell was coming out. Like, the thing about Trell was a spitter, bro. Trell was rapping his ass off, crushing shit. Like, you just not even without a cosign, you just knew, oh, this dude's different. This dude's nice.
Nah, yeah, the crew was cool too. Already, like everybody was already cool around him too.
Yeah.
See, but my thing goes into, ultimately, I don't like these little situations when they come up because I feel like they all stem from a personal space.
Yeah, it's like a one person thing.
Because here's my thing is, I don't know. How could I ever know anything about it? I always think about it like this. It's hard for me to have an opinion about someone else putting on anything or not putting on, because how would I ever know? I always think about put myself in the situation.
Right.
So if it's us three right here, right? Mm-hmm. And say I'm making, I'm on some shit. I'm on some super high level shit, right? If I put y'all on, who gonna know that? I'm not, for what? I'm not gonna be going around being like,
I put him on.
I just put him in that job, and so generally the general public is gonna know even less about whatever interaction of my involvement in anyone else around me's upcoming. You know what I'm saying? And where they going. Sometimes some of those situations don't even got to be spoken on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? For example, if just by proximity, you're going to be put on by my success. So sometimes I might not even have to be looking in your direction to help you.
Yeah.
If the person in the building next to me right now, if they blow up right now, and I sell a different product next door, and my product is going to see a rise because of the people coming from their product.
Mm-hmm.
So he might not have no conversation with me. She might not have no conversation with me. But his success brings my success if I'm doing me.
Exactly.
And so regardless of whether or not he extends his actual arm or not, if I'm doing me, so it was always hard for me to speak on it.
Right.
So I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been in, you know what I'm saying, in situations where I work with people and they whoop, or, you know what I'm saying, and vice versa. I work with people and I didn't move, whoop. But it doesn't mean I wasn't trying to look out for them, and it doesn't mean they're not trying to look out for me. And I don't ever take it personally.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts. And the problem is niggas out here is just too personal with it. They can't separate personal and business. They can't. Because of what that nigga may have looked at you funny one day at Rose Bar.
You know, yeah.
Now,
I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
It's such a weird it's such a weird like
that's
mentality.
I'm asking. These are general questions I'm asking. That's
what I'm saying. It's a weird mentality because it's like
strange. It's just so
strange.
Yeah,
because like I said, just being from here, when you actually see it and notice it, it's kind of like you'll see somebody's character and you'll be like, yo, I know for a fact you're willing to stab this person in the back to try to get ahead of them, not knowing. If you would have stood by them and helped them, he probably would have pushed you further than what you ever could have gotten on your own.
Oh yeah.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So we've been speaking generally about the topic, right? Well, I'm just wondering, does anybody know where the actual, like, the source of this topic is? The Wale ant thing. But where does anybody know, like, the actual source of why it even started? I get the screenshot, not that, but like,
right?
Nah, why? What is this even?
It just randomly,
yeah,
because
it came out of nowhere.
Ralph had tweeted something and just randomly, but see, it's just a testament to how city niggas feel, for real. There's some type of Anna on their chest because he didn't individually come back to each quadrant and grab the hoodest nigga ever. You get what I'm saying? You know, I'm disappointed when I go through comments and I see Congress, Parks Cash, talking about something he hates Wale. Like, that's what the fuck? Why? What are you doing? You're our guy. I know you.
Like champion. Like
we know each other.
Yeah, like
why would you do that?
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. That's the whole thing. Like even in the engineer game, you feel me? You might be working with a dude, you know, building his sound up, and then he'll go dick ride another guy because he popping right now. And then the whole time they ain't really putting no energy into their shit, or they ain't got no time for them. They try to fuck with you on some like, yo, can I get back in the studio? You like, bro, I don't got the time now. I already moved on to the next dude.
Right.
Help me out.
Now you're trying to come back because you want to get that vibe back, but you're missing the vibe because you wasn't chasing the vibe. You was chasing the buzz.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. You can tell the difference between when you get that customer and, like, here's the thing is like, I'm the type of guy that I take a pride in my music, and I take a pride in music because I have respect for the music. So when I get a customer, client, anybody who comes to me that's trying to get to this work, they're going to get the best work from me.
Yeah. You
feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand, I guess. I guess it's telling to know when an artist doesn't receive or appreciate effort and they appreciate something else. You get what I'm saying? When they appreciate something that's not there in the music, it is kind of weird.
Yeah, I ran into a situation where I'm pretty sure this may happen to one of y'all before too, where you working with an artist, you building their stuff, whatever what they working on, and then one dude he's working on the song, and I mixed the song. But he never put it out. And then the version that he put out on the video, he sent it to me, and it was a whole nother mix. So I'm thinking he may have done it over at another spot and put that version out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I'm sitting there listening to it. I'm like, this don't even this not even me on some bragging shit. It's just honest truth. I'm like, this don't even sound good. Like what was you know what I mean? Like, I thought what we had was pretty straight. You feel me? Like, what made you go over there? Because they offered you cheaper studio time, like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's definitely a problem.
You felt like you got a discount. You felt like you, and then it's kind of like when you try to explain to them, like, yo, you kind of getting what you paid for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I quit explaining. If you don't understand, it's over.
Yeah. I explain. Explanations are for family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And like I said, I ain't speak on it enough. I just kind of, I think he kind of got in a little film because I guess you can say tweeted or Instagram, whatever. But I'm kind of like, I'm not, like, bro, I'm a brand too, bro. I'm not about to promote a song that I worked on and use another mix.
Oh, yeah. Nah, you shouldn't even have to explain that in 2020.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got people that just don't understand how this shit works.
You got some people that don't care to know.
Yeah, they don't.
And that's what they just looking for, they charging $25 an hour, so let me go fuck with them. I'm like, well, your mix is gonna sound like the $25 an hour mix.
Shit crazy. Niggas don't even value their music.
You ever gotten the files? Have you ever gotten the files from the people that say they got the $25 an hour?
Oh, I love it. And then I love charging fuck nigga fees. That's what I call them. I love that shit.
Tax time.
Go ahead, give me the bullshit.
Tax time.
I'm running through, 1073. My channel's trip over here. Good.
quick template. Here you go, brother.
Let them know.
I think that just be crazy. But like I said, I think with this whole DC Maryland mentality, it's not everybody. You know what I mean? It's not everybody,
it's
but
annoying.
I think it's just the people who so I say their eyes haven't been opened yet.
Nah, their eyes have been open. It's just them saying what I also was thinking about. I had like a little epiphany today too. So like, okay, say you were popular in like high school, right?
Yeah.
Say you're like popular in like your go-go band, like right after high school, and then rap comes out, right? And then all of a sudden, like, it's the Meezies with the kicks, and then all of a sudden, it's the Meezies with the money,
right?
And you can't even just put your arm around it. So you going to Rose Bar, and then Rose Bar, you know what I'm saying, and you at Bliss, and you mad at Bliss. So I just had an epiphany. I just feel like it's like niggas that were popular in whatever arena, you were the man in hoops.
Yeah.
You was the man, you was the lead mic, or whatever the fuck in whatever band, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then rap came, and then you didn't have a place anymore.
Right. But the same thing happens for the rappers too. The man had a little buzz for like a couple months to a year or something, had a little record, whatever, and then like I said, they getting free tables at Bliss. They found bottles in Rose Bar. The girl in the stadium on their dick for a couple months. And then
they mans know somebody could maybe get them a Wale feature. For real. So that's how close they got. See, they got that close. You know what I'm saying? So you could have just reached out, man. Like, damn, bro. You could have just reached out. I was this close. Damn.
He was hitting a couple joints in Ebony Inn. You know what I mean?
Bacon Bear spun a couple joints.
It's kind of like, it's like, dudes like me, it's like I see it, but then I'm the type of person, like I see it, but I'm like, where is it going? So I'm going to sit back and watch it. Like, where's this going? Like, where's this going? And then when they drop the ball, it's kind of like, damn, bro, like you did that, you fucked that situation up through whatever, or your next. And sometimes too, it can be that next song that like you only as good as your next song or your next project. So if that next project don't progress or hit hard, especially if you're a person that's on the come up, you done, or and then you get stuck. You know what I mean?
It's real trendy, man. It's tight and trendy out here. So you find yourself in a lot of situations where you're either catering to one style of music, or you're catering to one topic of music. And I think that's kind of where people are finding themselves in trouble out here. In terms of the reception of it, I think people get shocked, like how you're talking about maybe they were the man in high school and shit like that. I think it's just that I think there's a cultural shock from the idea of being so close in proximity in a place where you can be the man somewhere in one place and almost irrelevant in the next place.
Yeah, it's like the dude who's a college. He was popping in college. Like, the dudes, they'd be like, "Oh, high school was my highlight, college was my highlight," but you like 30 and you wash and you got nothing to show for it because you was the dude with the weed and the bottles, and you was hitting a couple girls back in the day. And I was like,
this is the most unaccountable, like, of all professions, right? So I was talking about, it might have been you, Cam. We might have been talking about this, but I was saying that there was the model before for the female, right? It's the most uncheckable thing. The girl says she's a model and she has some photos that are professionally done. What can you really tell her?
I can't tell her shit.
Right? So now that the rap game is changing, anyone with access to the internet and a microphone and or a $175 pre-kit ordered from Amazon can record themselves and put it out, and they walk around with the idea and feeling that they are an artist.
I do this.
Yeah, bro. I got 1,000 plays on SoundCloud, bro.
I do this. And then the real problem is that it's not like sports where someone says, I do this, and then you can look at them and say, okay. There's no other second confirmation. So the other confirmation comes from, in music, it's so far and few between before you're able to reach these landmarks that give you that confirmation. Like, there are guys that are way more legit and way more serious. There are women that are way more legit and way more serious than other people, but there's no way to tell until they get on MTV Jams. Right. Until they get spun on 93.9.
Or until
so much time in between that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's so much time in between your MTV Jams first debut and the next time you get some bread, or the next big statement that puts you way out of the next atmosphere of these people. You get what I'm saying? In music, it's so far and few between, whereas though in other things you can kind of see immediately, like, cool, he's saying that, but he's not that guy. Right. And I can see the difference. In
Who
music,
is this guy? Who
can confirm that but the people around you? So that's where we get this animosity from. I move from, if I'm in Maryland or I'm in DC and I feel comfortable here because here I've already gained so much of this momentum and I have so much of these people, and it's so hard to get that momentum, right? So then when you go 5 steps down and the people are like, nah, none of that you was doing is valid, you're like,
but I'm popping over here though.
But nah, I'm actually that over here. So you know what?
You
know what I'm gonna do? I'm just
I'm gonna stay here.
It's actually human. Yes, it's human nature. All right, well then fuck all that people that don't think I'm cool. I'm gonna deal with the people who think I'm cool.
Man, fuck them Bama's over there, bro. I'm over here with it.
And both people do it. People do it. Maryland niggas do it. DC niggas do it.
Nah, Maryland niggas don't do it. Maryland niggas gonna go to New York. Maryland niggas gonna go out LA. If the city don't fuck with them.
No. We're talking about
city nigga ain't gonna leave. Bro.
I'm talking about the plagued. I'm not talking about the functioning people. I'm talking about all the plagued, the DMV plague. I'm talking about the people who suffer from this problem. I'm not talking about the people who don't suffer from this problem.
Is this a pandemic?
I'm saying that the pandemic is worse than COVID-19. It's the real pandemic. It's
COVID-19. That's what calls episode COVID-19.
The hate that goes on in this area is
wonderful.
Rampant. It's rampant. It's running rampant. And like I'm saying, I'm talking about the people who are sick from this, right?
Oh yeah.
Who is she now? She got 20,000 followers. They was on me.
And I guess what I'm saying is you can be sick in Maryland, you can be sick in VA, and you can be sick in DC.
Nah, facts. I know somebody who's sick in Maryland right now. It's annoying shit.
Yo, bro, how he get that, bro? How he get that placement, bro?
That's not what he talking about. You stuck. That's what he talking about. When you say sick.
Oh yeah, you just. I see what you're saying. It's you're not even growing.
Mm-hmm. I know exactly who. One's a Marylander.
You're not moving. You're not gonna make any progress. You're sick, and it's you got infected by this place.
And guess what? I think most of them dudes you got to do. This is something I had to learn too. You got to step out your comfort zone.
Where else can you grow up? You guys tell me this, right? Where else can you grow up where your friends are trained on a daily basis to insult you or jeer you when you look good?
Everywhere. No, that's niggas everywhere. I will say that.
I don't know.
But here it's different. It's different, bro.
I've never seen it like that, bro. I've never seen it. It's different. Damn, nigga, you fresh as shit, boy. Where the fuck you about to go? You putting pressure on niggas for putting on attire to look normal. The guy used to get cheese about my teeth, line sharp as shit, boy.
Teeth white as shit.
Teeth white as shit, boy. What's wrong with you, boy?
I'm telling you, bro. Niggas
That's
do that
weird, bro.
In San Diego, niggas do that in Texas. Niggas do
but
that.
No, but I think, but now I get what you're saying. But I think from here, bro, it's like
it's how visceral it is because y'all's language here is so like
it's so savage and direct. I put it like this. I remember when I go to college. I went to Morehouse, right?
You had to chill out a little bit.
I remember in the dorms. Like, cause I went to Morehouse, and when I got there, I had six niggas from my high school with me.
Oh yeah, you were smacking them niggas verbally.
So we took over a dorm where we're just talking our shit. But we had this. Shout out to Brian Wanunu. He's actually a doctor now, right? Well, back then, he was from Texas, and he used to come in and he used to kick it. And he for a couple weeks, he would just kick it and like watch our jokes, and he'd be like, "Man, y'all boys crazy."
Yeah, y'all niggas with it.
All types of shit. But when he finally got in it, it was like we thought he was cool with it, but it took some time to adjust to how savage it was, and to realize what was a term of endearment and what wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like, why the fuck he keep talking about my shit like that? Now he fuck with him. He fuck with your shorts.
And he was thinking about it, like, I thought he trying to bid on me.
Like, wait, is this nigga making fun? He got me fucked up. And I get that because it's like, yo, bruh. That's when I started to realize maybe it's heavier or deeper. Where we can get real. I didn't, you just seen some Joan battles. You be like, all right, bro, you gotta chill. You.
That's all I'm saying. It's just a little more visceral. But I wouldn't, like I said, I put y'all niggas up against like Memphis, some Dallas niggas will get y'all out the way.
Oh, not saying we the funniest. Just saying.
I'm not saying funniest. I'm just saying like visceral, like tone. How many times I'm gonna use the F word.
And I'm your friend.
You know what I mean? And I'm your friend. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, like.
See, because the other places, like, all right, so like in New Orleans, I had to get used to when I was down south, like I used to bitch you. Now, bitch is a violation word from around here. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. But still, in the same sense, a nigga your friend will insult you here in a way that I just had to. I mean, I grew up here, but I'm just saying I see it as an ironic culture, as an ironic thing.
You ugly as shit, boy. What's up?
Ugly as shit, boy. But you don't mean that.
Not at all.
In high school, when you know what I'm saying, at high school, the negs, like we really zoomed in. Why are you constantly observing and judging my appearance, fellow man? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's like so accepted. It's Zoom. It's gone. More than anywhere else I've seen it, but other people might.
What I will say about those areas, though, like that I did mention, is they have a high concentration of affluent Black people. That's another thing too. This area there's a lot of affluent Black people, so perhaps the level gets a little bigger, maybe a Jonah. Like it just is crazier now. Like
because there's more than just the individual pride. It becomes a class pride, and I think that you're hitting on a real knock right here. We might have just discovered something that I've always thought about, but affluence plays a big role. We talked about the other day. So if I have money and you don't, I say the same insult. You want to fight me now, and it makes perfect sense. Why? And I'm saying, I didn't have money. I grew up around people who had money. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I learned the same thing that the people who had money had. I went to art school and this, that, and the third, but they had money and I didn't. So they were fundamentally doing things on a regular basis that I didn't have access to.
Right.
So when we're making jokes about regular leisure things, sometimes they would make a joke that really, if I chose to take it that way, it's like, wait a minute, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
Man, I was just talking to somebody about that. I said the white boys from our high school, and I hope randomly somebody gets to catch this and they can hear and remember and know, teach your kid not to do shit like this.
Correct.
Right? But unintentionally, they used to insult us on a daily basis. They used to say, they'd be like, oh, that's a nice polo. Like we started wearing polos early, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. They'd be like, damn, that's a nice polo. But they would be shocked with Black boys wearing polos. And they would say, what's that, a 2250 joint? And back in the day, we would laugh at it because they were mixing our lingo, saying joint at the end of it, right? And they're saying 2250.
Insulting.
They're insulting me. They're really saying, that's AE 2250 joint? One, bitch, back up. Don't price my gear. Mm-hmm. If you go to AE so frequently and you bust AE's ass all the time, so you know where I got my shit from, or you think you know where I got my shit from,
right?
Mind your business. But the idea is, maybe I wouldn't have been so mad if I had money. If I had money, I'm mad. If I'm mad, why would I give a fuck? Yeah, nigga, I got this for the cheap, nigga, the clearance rack. But that's all I could get was from the clearance rack. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So I never cared. I was like, yeah. I remember niggas trying to join me, come with the Foreman Mills. I was like, yeah, and
see, look,
I think being from here makes you immune. And builds you tough skin for it.
I didn't take offense to it. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying, looking back now, I'm like, wait a minute, them crackers was talking shit.
Yeah. But like, when you get older, you like, hold up, wait. Some of this job, like,
the shit out of one of y'all. Yeah. But I really wasn't even on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? See, I heard it. Problem. I was like, I don't fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Or I would ignore them. But I wasn't really thinking of it deep like that. But I could see now, if I grew up not only without the money, but in a situation that forced me to look at it and feel that all the time, I would be ready to strike. Someone mentioning that.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, I spoke cracker early. Early.
I ain't really had
like 8.
I don't think I really
because you guys didn't really encounter crackers like that in the most, black place in the country.
Yeah. I don't think I really grew up around too many white.
I ain't touched white people to high school. Really, that's middle school.
Crazy.
No, that's like middle school when I started going to Montgomery County public schools. That's when I started seeing white people. So somewhere in middle school, somewhere at that time.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's insane to me.
My shit always been the same. My shit always been the same. Like, I mean, I had white people because Laurel, it's like it's more black than Hispanic now. But but even then, like the white people got along with the black people. You feel me? Like,
and I was
cool.
The experience when I went to school in Olney. For arts, that shit's smack in the dab of nowhere in Montgomery County. When you go there for arts, I noticed I was black for sure, right? But at the end of the day, it wasn't. I got to know a lot of white people, cool white people and all that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then also there was a sports feel. You get what I'm saying? You get to treat them like, you black, you play sports, you're on a whole different.
Oh, you can jump high.
You're on a whole different plateau.
Run fast.
You know what I'm saying? I still remember to this day going to being at Morehouse and that year you come back after high school, you young kids are like, oh yeah, ooh, you went to Morehouse, okay, ooh. Oh, you got a scholarship? They're like, oh yeah,
basketball?
What'd you play? I'm like, nigga, grades.
Math, bitch.
I don't play nothing.
Bitch. Like,
and nigga quit because that shit, I can't do that. That shit ain't, you know what I'm saying? Oh, nigga was about to ride the bench in college for what? That's wild. No, that's how my mindset was. But they kind of assumed, you get what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, you above 6 feet?
Oh, you play some type of sport.
And that was from my own high school. Like, y'all was there. Like, y'all saw my grades. And y'all still said that.
I was smart, nigga. The fuck?
What we talking about?
Friends. We had SATs. You come back in the SATs. They hanging their heads and shit. They're like, woo. And it's friends, white boy friends. They're like, you said what? You got what on your SATs?
Crackers.
Nigga, you in my class, bitch.
We grew up together.
What are you talking about? You see me, but still couldn't see
your mom knows my mom.
Fuck, my mother's an accountant.
Are you smart?
They're like, they was saying, how you do that well in math? My mother's an accountant, nigga. You saying?
What are you trying to say? That's how it used to be.
I can't learn from my mom. I can't do what she do. I think the assumption was there, and I think that plays a role in all of this shit we talking about. Because even going into how Wale is received, it all comes from this whole same shit.
Mm-hmm.
The same idea of it would be a whole different story. I think he gets received way differently, doing the exact same thing, making the exact same decisions, if they saw him in a regressed place as not having shit to start.
Right.
And because there's the big assumption that he had something, or he's not, there's no struggle. Like, because I don't think people identify, and I don't even know this deep enough.
That's how they be.
To talk about. They don't identify
but he never like highlighted that. Like, we don't say no, like I think
that's the point.
I think that maybe his good and bad thing, because he's not that rapper like, yeah man, I was in the hood, I had to do this, yada 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 yada. But I think with him, guys like Wale, like, he grew up, I'm just assuming he probably grew up just the average middle class, lower middle class black guy in America.
You have nothing. So here's my thing. So and you're receiving the same struggles of the same people that are oppressing you.
Yeah.
It's sad to see that it gets to this point where, like, what you say that stands out the most is that we don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And we don't fucking know about the other people that we give all the kudos and credits to. We only know what they rap about and what they say. We still don't fucking know.
And what they say.
You don't even fucking know them.
Is Rod Wave really this sad? Is he really that sad?
How can I say anything about this shit? I don't know them.
I be listen, like, you know how some rappers, you be like, you can't be that sad, bro, all the time.
Right now, you can just.
I don't know them, and you don't either.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's the point.
You can just tell that a nigga ride wave like was dirty and like broke and never got a lineup back in the day. No, you can just tell. You can just tell. Like, but like, how many records is on his project, bro? It's just like.
You say he's a habitual lineup misser,
bruh. Not now. He's good now.
Yeah, he got money now.
Oh,
but it's just the topic.
Exactly.
In the records, like it's just like, oh, you wasn't fucking with me when I was in it. Well, obviously you were musty. Nah, you can't ride in my car, like, you know.
But that for 20 songs, bro.
Come on, bro. This nigga like the dog. It's almost like Kevin Gates, but like worse.
Let's see, but any zone. See, but here's the thing. I'd argue that zones have been a thing. Artists are zones. Some artists are zones. Like when you listen to Bone Thugs, Bone Thugs is a zone. It's always sad. Like no matter what, it feels sad. Even when they're talking about weed, do we feel all right? It's like it's sad. Like it's like you're enjoying it, but it's like dark.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't know though. You feel what I'm saying?
But I don't know them.
Exactly. So you don't know if that's coming from just an artistic place.
Could be a whole songwriter.
You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna get one song real quick. Jay-Z, Soon You'll Understand.
Okay.
Like that, I really thought he was talking about some real life stuff. I thought that was a real thing he was going through with a woman. Like, some of the stuff he was saying at the time before I got in a relationship, I was like kind of like him, from day one. I ain't shit. From relationships, I ain't got the patience. You feel what I'm saying? Like little shit like that. I'm thinking, oh, he coming from a real place. Like, damn, I feel this. And then I think I watched an old interview back in the day. He did back in the day. He was like, "Now I wrote that song, writing about what my friends was going through. I just kind of use their perspective on stuff." So I was like, oh shit,
confessions. That's
it's right. It's like I guess everybody's different. It's just like when I think of, it's like when we get into the basketball sports argument about who my favorite player is. But before he died, of course, this don't come up nearly as much, right? But before he died, Kobe, I say Kobe, then other people be like, you get this answer. Oh, that nigga a bitch, he snitched on Shaq. I said, hold on. I never said he was my friend. I don't know that nigga. Yeah. He's my favorite
basketball player.
And I think that has been lost in this art shit, this music shit. And I think
you get too tied in with their personal
niggas
stuff.
Niggas is losing lives and niggas is getting lost off this shit that
they love it.
Bruh.
No, they really.
When I say I love Busy Bone, I mean I love the music and the character that Busy Bone promotes. It is no different than I saying I love Busy Bone number 24. Meaning I don't know the nigga when he doesn't have the jersey on.
Exactly.
Boy bands brought this ideology into music.
Love me beyond music.
Yes, boy bands brought
and
this.
Care about me beyond music.
It's the Jackson 5s. It's the New Kids on the Block. New Edition, and then especially in the 90s, once the big money came, like stupid dumbass money in boy bands came.
Oh, like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys,
B2K. We can even go with Bro, it became more about like you said, worship me past the music. So like, why was You Got Served even a thing? No, seriously. Like, why did we need to see people that we listen to? And same with even though she did a great job, and I'm glad she got the role, but like Brandy and Cinderella, there was no actress. Actual actress who'd been acting just as long as Brandy had been singing.
That could have done that.
They could have done that maybe, or even like a Broadway. Like
what I felt this way. I felt this way is that they do this. It's like it's a way to keep, and this is just me being on my little theory shit, right? But it's a way. Koofy, it's Koofy Tweeze. I'm out. Hey, Koofy Tweeze is saying this. But bro, for real though, I think it's a way to keep the black money in the same money with the same black people. I know there's reasons for this. It's all justified, but I remember as I was growing up, especially in college, I used to always look at TV and be like, bruh, so let me get this straight. In the whole world, it's only going to be 400 people at a time making money that get to play basketball in the NBA, right? Then when the motherfuckers finish, making billions of dollars, 4 out of the 5 people who that don't have to be physically talented, blessed to be able to get that spot, to talk about the shit, are NBA players. I used to think that shit was crazy. I'm not saying there shouldn't be NBA analysts, but the fact that it's just the entire thing, the job that it's just like how we're talking about the G League. We want to leave spots for Ingram and shit like that.
Yeah.
What about me? I care about basketball. I have much passion as the next person who has basketball, but I am just, no matter what, I am not gonna run a 4.3 40. It's not gonna happen.
You're not physically. I'm not 6'8".
It's just not gonna happen.
20 pounds.
Right?
Yeah.
So I used to think it was unfair that they used to take that spot from the guy the guy on the couch that dedicates enough hours watching it, reading it, studying it. Bro, give him the spot, bro.
Right.
Test me. Test me. I know more than that nigga. Put me out there. You feel me? It's not the case for everyone. I'm not saying they're not great analysts that are former players, but it comes from the same place to me.
Yeah, I think with stuff like that, you got to hire people that know what they're talking about, that know what they're doing.
For sure. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm just surprised that there's not more Stephen A. Smiths. Yeah. And I'm not saying that Stephen A. Smith is the ultimate but I'm just not surprised there are more people in that kind of that from that cloth.
I think it's going to happen, though.
You know what I'm saying? I played college or I played high school. You know what I'm saying? I really focused on this. I started doing this immediately after that. I started going to writing about it. I started going to build me and put me and give me these spots and then let me hire people like me.
I think it's going to happen, though.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be more. Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, you got good guys like Stephen A.
It keeps the black money. It keeps it stifled, though.
It's only like they only give you one spot.
It's like if Charles Barkley, and not saying there's anything with Charles Barkley, just using him as an example, right? But if Charles Barkley got the spot at Alabama to get the money, to get to have the future and the clout that you get, the thing you get from being that guy at college, then you got the money, you got the spot again in the Phoenix Suns, then you got the spot to send for the NBA, and then you got the spot again on TNT.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So cool. It's black guys getting a lot of money, but then there's less black people getting money. I've always been a factor of, rather than if there's us 3 on the screen right now, right? Rather than give me 10 million, rather than give me 9 million and y'all have whatever y'all have, we're way stronger if I got 3 and you got 3 and you got 3.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a systematic thing in place.
Oh, no, it's definitely they
keep the money
pick and choose. You pick and choose.
You can't stop giving them niggas money, but give them same niggas money.
In NBA and NFL,
we're gonna do it.
I mean, let's say in the NBA and NFL, what did they have before you go to the league? You gotta get drafted, right?
Yeah.
NBA is only 60 picks.
That's what I'm saying.
Out of 100 something D1 colleges, thousands of players.
That Romo contract. You know what I'm saying? That Romo contract was like, the boy was average in the league.
Hey, you wild.
The boy was average in the league.
No, he wasn't.
He was average in the league.
Tony Romo was not average in the league.
How many playoff games he won?
That's auto average. That's what that is. The stat that you wrote the answer is auto average.
Not average. It's two sides of the football.
Hey,
His
no question.
Failed him every time.
Hey, no question, right? But here's my thing. If I always do this when I'm talking about average is be average in the NFL is a fucking amazing accomplishment, right? So,
you could be an average quarterback and be in the league for 10, 12 years, bro.
Amazing accomplishment. So when I say great, when I start talking about great, that means you were able to defy that thing that you're talking about. That is true. It is the two-side thing. But the greats defy that at least to win a playoff game.
He won 2. Tony Romo won 2.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that I don't feel this way. I feel like he's Mr. December choker chuck. It's not even about playoff games. It's about December. It's about on the way to the playoffs. We're like, oh, Romo about to give us the. I'm a Redskins fan, and I used to watch it and be like, damn, that nigga killing. Then I'd be like, it's cold outside. It's cold. He about to fuck up.
Y'all know why I fuck with Tony Romo. He's from San Diego.
He's still recycling money. Homie and everything, but they still recycling it. That man a bag.
Nah, he's definitely one of the greatest analysts already ever.
He's better analyst than quarterback player.
Yeah, for sure.
He be picking out the play before it happened, and he'd be like, well, I knew, if you actually saw the play, he's going to run a slant, then you were like,
I love when he tells...
Coming out there, I can never deny that.
I love when he says, like, oh, the defender's in the wrong spot here. Yeah, if he doesn't cheat over there, this is going to be a touchdown. Like, and he's
like, what did I tell you?
And then Jim Nance is just like, well, Tony, I got another one. This is my 40th year. Cheers. Like, I think Jim Nance is just happy to be there. He doesn't bet. Like, we back ratings back up, nigga. Bought me a hooker the other day.
Let's show this real quick. Who non-athlete wise, who would you like to see on a like a ESPN, a TNT type of, you know what I mean, scale? Whether it's a reporter or, Twitter, YouTube personality, whatever.
No,
like who you think really gives out the information or really knows what they're talking about when it comes to like basketball?
You want me to go first?
Chris Haynes.
You just don't need to rap no more. That's all.
Yeah, we don't never got.
You gotta put them up.
Act like that didn't happen for real.
And I guess for me, I'd have to say, the NBA storyteller.
I know.
I would want him to be all over the place. Like, if I had it my way, but I think that might ruin him. But I would at least like him to have the money and backing of. I would love to see him have the money and backing of ESPN just once.
You give him a show or something.
Just like him and ESPN just do like, well, no, not even a show. I wouldn't even want to see a show because I'm sure
30s.
They would ruin it. I want to see a fucking NBA storyteller 30 for 30. I think that would go nuts.
Produced by ESPN.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Let him do the script and the narration and it's over.
It's like it's like y'all seen the Money Heist shit, right? Or y'all heard about that? It's like the Money Heist shit apparently was like, when you look at it and you can tell it skips. It's like super bogus. It's like, okay, cool. I see it's live, it's fun. And then third season. All of a sudden they're in Panama. All of a sudden, but because they're Netflixed out.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler. They're moving around. Fuck it. They got money. All right, they got money. The explosions look real. Niggas getting shot on cameras. They updated this shit. They got the Netflix bag.
And they got the 4K.
They got random football players popping up like niggas. I'm looking at the nigga like that nigga. Even if it's in a different language, I can tell he missing his lines.
I'll wait till Quavo get in the joint. Then you know it's real serious.
he missing his lines and shit. We still fuck with it because they got money. So like, I would love to see.
I like the dude on. Yeah, I think storyteller dude. He's tough. He's tough. Yeah. I like the dude. Woj, not Woj, but what's his name? Why World?
Wojnarowski? What?
Or no, not Woj.
Wob Worldwide.
Yeah, him. Yeah, him.
He funny.
Yeah, I like when he go on live because it'd be funny because he be on Periscope. He be playing like some old school hip hop, and then he be breaking moves down. but he be making a lot of sense though. I be like, okay,
that's the thing. You gotta make sense
though.
In order for it to rock, yeah.
Make a lot of sense though. All right, before we get up out of here, we quarantining. What you working on? What's getting into that? What you working on?
Yo. You want to go first?
Oh, all right, I go first. Shout out to my I'm working on my shit with Sparky Imperial. Mind you, that was a really high statement. Let me get that together. All right. So Sparky Imperial is an artist. It's out there in North Carolina. My boy Drew, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, Sparky. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on his project. Been doing some mixes and masters, and I guess the song got is High. That's why I had a high statement. But his song is called High. That's what we're working on. That's what we're gonna play.
Beam me up. He wasn't ready.
Back to our segment of what you working on.
I'm working on my man Sparky Imperial. Got a song called High. I've been working on a couple of his records. This is one I want to play right now.
What it do, Tweeze?
You heard?
Nowadays living low key, like the NBA in 03. I'm just focused on the post up.
Vibe.
Nowadays living low key, like the NBA in 03. I'm just focused on the post up. All these niggas wanna go for free. No team shit, it's all go me. So I hike my own trail. Campers on my feet at a meet and greet for the fans. Hope it goes well. Here's a penny for your thoughts. Me change, keep wishing won't go well. When you on fire, everybody seem to wanna be around you like a ghost tail. Think the bars got a ghost more than old jail, but a nigga so braille. Bumping and they feeling me. I've been down, but the music healing me. I ain't round cause it ain't real to me. Something fishy, so I got the real with me. Niggas love to talk ball and shit, but that gym they in is auxiliary. Niggas love to talk woke shit, rarely know their own history. Life can be a bitch, but I still respect her. I was raised on chivalry. Can't drown in your misery. Why you think I keep swimming? Road to riches can't buy dry. Many break down like a lemon. When a star bursts on the scene, some hate to see it like a lemon. On your porch, trying to twist your bulb out, wanna see your lights dimming. Swimming in the sky, we ain't gotta try, we been getting slow. You living just to die, you ain't even tried, niggas must be. Barely getting by, they ain't wanna buy, now I sell it for her. Really got an eye, now she want the guy, see me and it's like swimming in the sky, we ain't gotta try, we been getting so. You living just to die, you ain't even tried, niggas must be. Barely getting by, they ain't wanna buy, now I sell it for her. Really got an eye, now she want the guy, see me and it's like king I was born since my position was a feet.
What it do, Tweeze?
Yeah, man, Tweeze.
Some bitches.
Tweeze. Big Tweeze.
I like that.
So how that record come along, bro?
Basically that's C's is the producer, man. Shout out to C's. They actually had a connection. And I've been knowing Sparky for a long time now, years. It was cool to get together. He came through, said he wanted to work on a project, and I was like, let's do it. So we just connected. C's brought some beats over, and those are my favorite type of things when we all really organically just cook up from the scene.
Right. Yeah, it's like, I like that hook. That that drink was tough.
Things like that when we're all cooking in the moment. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying, the beats being made, and it's like, oh yeah, I see.
Right.
Oh, and you about to write it like, oh, okay, let's do it.
You Define natural.
That.
That's dope. Oh, you about to get into some.
Okay.
What you got? What you been working on, KM?
All right. This week we got Big Flock. His drop with Young Jew.
Okay.
To let you know how tapped in we are here at Metro Music.
Locked in. What's up,
You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Lava?
Yeah, this joint is gonna be special because this is, the old Flock.
Right.
This is what everybody wants. So, we gave it to him.
All right.
I mixed the fuck out of this joint.
Let's go.
Get it up there.
How the fuck they keep saying that shit, man?
I ain't hard to wet, bro.
Damn. How motherfuckers keep on saying that they miss the old Flock? When the motherfuckers that saying that shit don't even know Flock. Old Flock was on a full speed chase straight to a roadblock. Now that I'm trying to change a bit, they look at me like I'm a robot. Can't possibly want that old shit, cause I gon' say a nigga throw away his future cause I'm back on some kick dope shit. Or go back to spending every day and little cuz full focus. Or that Plan B, Auntie Toyota Camry. Now all this hunger in my eyes I can't see. Sleepless nights as a child cause all these roaches in my damn bed. Back then I was anything, get my dick sucked by a crackhead. Said I was just horny cause I wasn't in trying to sell crack yet. Fuck trying to sell crack, nigga, I wasn't in smoking pack yet. Had football dreams, but I was posted on the wall like a fathead. Call my mama messing with my football coach, she talking about some my bad. Mama gotta have a life too, she sounded like Jody Mother. Twin Gleasons on me when I wrote this, I felt like Zach and Cody Mother. Brought me a high point when I was young, and E.T. stole it from me. Bought a check from Purnell, and I sold that motherfucker. How the fuck they say they want that old Flock? Stand over top of you, put everything in your don't flop. That'll feed you every shit that come out of this full old Flock. For the sake of my shoulders, Tweeze old hop smack on the porch. That's that old folk Flock. Me Nazi and Rolly, splitting Mique chickens, that was that pole Flock. And my ops thought I was pussy. I made it clear that they had to show flop. Me and Swerve side by side with them sticks. We call that shit co-op. Had them choppers banging like a donut. Bitch, nigga got a spot my ass out. I ain't say yo pop, but I don't give me no answer. Almost out of love and I'm lacking capacity. Try to be passive, but they took that for granted. So I had to get active. They keep on saying they want that old flop. Except the niggas that really know flop. They see the turn around and cheer for me. All them yelling like go flop. They used to me leaving shit stank like a nigga old socks. But saying fool, I'm really proud of you. You really on the road flop. Old flop. I'm really on the road for real, nigga. Damn, niggas don't even know how I feel, man. Okay,
I think it was dope, bro. He was rapping on that jump.
Yes, sir.
Spinning on that jump. He was spinning on that
joint. That joint was fun because we got to print vocals. That was one of those. He happened to end up at a shitty studio, and we printed the vocals right out of the interface into the Avalon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's why he sounds so clear.
It was a science project.
It was.
Yeah, we're gonna get into this.
That's that old dog joint. You hate him.
So we're gonna get into this record out. Is out now on all the platforms. Spotify. I think he just put a video out for it too.
Oh, you getting badges?
I'm in my R&B bag. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do R&B record. So from an artist, repping out DC, Romy Rose, called Real One.
Okay.
All right. I think it's the clean version now. So yeah, here's some little
luggage.
Yeah.
Sing it, baby, sing it, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Jay. I can see it in your eyes, you done heard before. Not just trying to be another walking out the door. Body banging, no, she get it from her mama though. She the type to base the life based off the lot of stone. Now baby, tell me is you get it, cause I'm really with it. Pay attention over there, real in the building. Girl, your energy just makes me wanna touch the ceiling. If I ever want a prize, and you're the one I'm winning. I know that it hurts, girl, to be in love sometimes. I know when it rains, girl, that the sun don't shine. I ain't tryna get all in your business, but I just got one question. Tell me the last time you fell in love with a real one. Fell in love with a real one. Fell in love with a real one. You'd have met a million. Your love is one in a million. Tell me when the last time you fell in love with a real one. Fell in love with a real one. Fell in love with a real one. You gotta make better decisions. Your love is one in a million. Tell me when the last time you fell in love. You know. Yeah. You know. Yeah. You can get jealous. I can get jealous. I don't want to see you with other fellas. No other fellas. Baby, with a body like that and a mind like that, I just gotta have you to myself. Don't take a little time. Trust me, I can walk you through it.
It said Romy Rose, Song Killer Entertainment. Y'all look him up. I think he just put the video out maybe like last week, I think. So
nice.
So
he
fresh.
Was getting into it right there.
Nice.
He was getting into it.
That who made that beat?
I do not know, to be honest with you. I think he, did the YouTube thing about the beat and everything like that.
Wonderful. That's wonderful.
The world's widest reaching.
It's crazy though. It sounds a lot like what I do. Like those type of beats. I don't know. What do you think, Tweeze?
I think you make those.
I think I can do that.
I think you got to. I think you probably had some missed calls. That's all.
I think I think Mique probably did reach out.
Missed calls. No, it was missed calls.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Cause that sounds right in my pocket. I'm sitting here like, I get that loop to somebody. What's up? Like,
maybe so. You know how this game
no.
I'm fucking with you, but but I'm just saying though. Real quick, you get in a little situation on something when somebody thought you stole a loop from him or something like that.
Oh, some little alias nigga.
Loop Gates.
Gonna get on my man comments with some fuckery. Nah, we got on my man comments talking crazy. Like, oh yeah, I did this loop. Yeah, had his other man in there co-signing with him. So I went that shit quick.
Right.
Cause I love social media because like, I'm really about to pull up too. I'm really about like old school. Let's put on some gloves. Like that's how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? So like I always feel like the social media can lead to gloves. Like in my mind. Maybe it can lead to gloves. Like, yeah.
Hopefully,
hey, bro, it's just a loop, bro. It was just a loop, bro.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a conflict, but like, explain the conflict that it's over and still going. Okay, so you want gloves now? That's how I be feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just how I was raised. I don't know.
It's enough pushing. Let's get to the gloves then. So you don't keep
fighting. Bro. Fuck all that shit, bro. Like. I don't know, bro. I always grew up with older cousins and older dudes in the neighborhood. It was just like, bro, like after the gum bumping, if you're still
what we doing after this?
Yeah, bro. Like, so that's what I'm with, bro. Niggas just, that's my favorite thing to do. Let them know where I be at too. Just, let me know.
Yeah, like I said, Twitter was fun. Twitter was fun today.
Man,
it was fun today.
Got at you out there, Mique?
Yeah, but I kept it cool. It was just funny what he said. I ain't see no reposts, no retweets, no likes, no nothing.
Nobody knows him.
So I was just like, I'm over here like I'm good, bro. Like
I said he smoked K2.
Like I got money. Like money ain't we getting money. Like come work. But you need to come work with us. We'll get your sound right.
No, my man paid $35 an hour at my little man's spot.
So
I feel like that's an issue.
But hey, guess what? Wale didn't put him on. What we gonna do? Wale didn't put me on the show, bro. Wale didn't do a feature for me, bro. He didn't dap me up. He didn't dap me up.
Tweeze ducking the smoke. Literally.
I'm in the smoke.
He ducking it. Look, it's on the corner. Ducking the smoke. He like.
But for at the end of the day, though, man, y'all, you artists, man, just being from here, man, don't be looking for handouts, bro. Get it out the mud, bro. Grind it out.
This was embarrassing today.
Yeah, grind it out. So you try to make son the bed, and you made yourself the bed, bro.
It was embarrassing.
Number one thing to do is reach out to people and speak to them.
Yeah.
Have conversations, man. Figure this shit out, bro. Because it should usually be something else, bro.
It really don't be about nothing.
It don't be about whatever is being spoken on.
Yeah.
Nah, what happens is they get on this jump right here, and then they be in their rooms, and they be like, you know what I'm saying? And they get the crumbling up sheets, and then they get the burning funnel. You get what I'm saying?
Start itching,
and just and they sitting there. They got their little Newman TLM 103s, not the U87s, not like this one, but the little small ones. They be like in their room, recording on their Apollos and their 103s.
He's going on equipment now, man. It's tight on y'all. Look, man. Don't Macy's these people, man. Don't say, look, see, I'm one of those people that don't go out there, and it seems like a random thing, but it's good for you, right? Don't go out here and basically disrespect where you used to do and what you used to do and how you used to do things as if you never did them, right? That way, you'll be more able to see other people doing their workings and their situations when they're doing them.
Right.
It's simple as that.
Right.
It's like if you got anywhere or you moved anywhere, you made any progress, you have to know that there are unspoken heroes involved in that process.
everywhere, bro.
So once you take that into your consideration right there, then you're gonna remember when you're considering someone else that there's something unspoken there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's just how I look at everything.
Fact. And it's just to me, it's just not man time. Speaking on what you think another nigga could have done. Now I can put that microscope on you. You know what I'm saying? Then I can put that microscope on you. Then niggas can turn around and be like, oh, okay. Well, I don't know. You've been out here for a minute too. What are the niggas you put on?
Yeah, my biggest concern was the people that was so many people that was, so many people that was agreeing. Like,
sad.
I'm like, huh?
That's because they got a nephew or something that just, sent a demo and has been DMing them for 6 months. My thing
is that what I don't like about everything is that social media is weird in the sense that, look, if man feels a way about another man or feels a way about everything, that's fine and so be it. But I just be surprised by how so many people are quick to, damn, my light went out, they done shut the light out on a black man, I'm just teasing the last shine. But look, my thing is once that shit goes on, what does it have to do with you? How do you just get in and have so many opinions? Like, how? I think that if there's a question being asked in the functional disagreement, for example, Ant is asking a question, which means that something's unknown.
Yeah.
How in the fuck are so many other people speaking on something that even the two people involved are still trying to figure out?
He made it public.
Easily.
No. I'm saying, but even though he made it public, why? I mean, like,
that's what I'm saying, but he didn't have to.
I'm not even speaking on that. I would not do it. I would not make it public. Period.
Yeah.
I've been said that. Reach out to people and have a conversation, right? But now, speaking on to the people that are responding, how are you agreeing about something you don't know about?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? The only people that should be speaking or adding onto it are people that have direct ability to speak on something that happens or goes on in that situation. Otherwise, I don't understand how many people be like, yeah, fuck that nigga. Both ways. Fuck them, unless you telling me because you're in it or or you have some real.
Or it's personal. Niggas out here don't know how to separate.
Yeah.
Whatever happened in Rose Bar, like I said, or whatever happened in Bliss and music. They just don't know how to do the two. That's crazy.
Wait, hold on.
Where's your light, dog?
I want to go get it.
That's crazy.
Movid took over.
Movid. But no, that's pretty much it with that. Like, niggas just gotta get out, get their motherfucking Pampers up. Man.
That's it, man.
It's time to switch to big boy underwear, bro. That shit
makes no sense, bro. Like, it's to the point where I like, if I ever was to meet Wale in person, bro, I just be like, bro, I don't know how you deal with it every day.
Nah, he'll talk your ear off for 30 minutes after that. Don't do that. You won't get no recording time.
I think, and then I'm always a firm believer of the number one most violent thing in America is boredom.
Yeah.
Boredom kills people.
Nah, boredom for people that can't comprehend already.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Because boredom for people that can comprehend and that can fill their time up is wonderful. Like, for me, this has been wonderful.
Bro, what? I've been sleeping.
That's the thing, K. You're not bored though.
Yeah,
that's not bored. That's him.
No, there are times when I'm bored, but I know how to feel that shit with a book,
fix it.
or sleep, or just a doobie.
Oh, I saw what you're saying. You're saying people that are not able to
comprehend that they're bored.
Boredom is dangerous. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like,
because if you're not aware of what boredom is, if you're not to that point that you bored, bro. You gotta know that.
No, that Rona's for sure bringing the boredom.
You ever been with Shorty and Shorty just keep you like, you bored?
you just wanted to just ruin somebody's day because you ain't got nothing else to do.
You bored?
I'm trying to tell you,
you don't
man.
got shit to do.
They be like that. I swear.
That's crazy. We're about to wrap this up. You know what I mean? The Sports Freaks once again. About to head up out of here.
Let's get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Pleasure, brothers. The first digital pod in the book. You know what I'm saying? We did this shit off a whim. You know,
we figured it out. You know.
So
take these.
Gotta do it. Everybody gotta get their sannies. Everybody got their masks.
Sandy, my mask is in far reach, but Sandy's there. Yeah, play some music on the way. I'll be out.
I'll be signing out. Peace.
All right, late.
Savage.
Yeah.